One's going left, watch for that.
Alright, so I'm on this side of the map because we took some suppression fire from a belt fed from this quadrant of the map. We knew the enemy team was over here, and I was able to get to the left side here, and I'm trying to flank them. I saw muzzle flash from that window in front of me. I've got that wall or that building in front of me to my right at my 2 o'clock protecting me from the field, but I'm really leery of what's directly in front of me, and you'll see why in just a moment. Alright, slowly moving forward here. Trained on that window, but keeping an eye out what's in front of me here. Oh, yeah, for good reason. Good thing I was at that ready position, because that guy popped around that corner unexpected, but I knew they were in this area of the map. That building to my right at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, still protecting me from the general field of fire, and I'm really more worried about what's in that building in front of me. Just bolting forward without keeping an eye trained on it is worse than just trying to figure out if someone's going to pop out at me. Now, I've been told someone's moving here. There's a smoke grenade's been popped, so there's movement to my right. I know I'm in the open here, I realize that, but I'm cautious because if someone suddenly pops out into the field of view, I want to be able to engage them rather than just be running. But at this point, that's not the best action. I'm going to get some cover behind this building. My main goal is what's in that building in front of me. I want that building cleared because I saw someone there. There's the guy I took out earlier.
Building on the left.
Letting my team know what I'm doing. And I'm going to move across this field as fast as I can. So I'm going to run across here. Good thing I was running. I took some fire from the right there in that building of that field that I was referring to that was blocked by the wall between me and them. But that guy shooting at me was less my concern now than what's in this building. A G3 with a magnified fork scope isn't great for clearing rooms. Let's transition to pistol. Let's see what we got here. Alright, looks clear. Alright, looks clear. Alright, that room's where I thought he was. He's not there. Let's make sure no one's coming out to surprise me. There's no one in here. Alright, I was wrong. Let's move back to rifle. Let's see who was just shooting at me. Nothing through that window. What's over here? Oh my, there he is. He was engaged with someone else. He moved into a bad position and it cost him. He's down.
Well, it just looks like it's straight ahead. Who knows what that means? I've got stun and frag.
Probably on the lower level.
Yeah, probably. What are we doing? Which way are we cutting? Right or left?
I'm going left.
He's going right. Alright, I'll go left with you.
Going right.
2 on 2.
So these are public service, and you never know the quality of the people you're going to be playing with. So you've got 2 teams of 4, right? So we kind of quickly decided what we're going to do there, and we broke the fire team up into 2 groups of 2. 2 went right, and I decided to go left with this guy so that he wasn't left by himself. That's not a bad strategy. There are 2 ways down into the subway on this map, and so that team going there and this team going there, we might get them in a pinch. You'll see here I keep checking 6, make sure we don't get flanked. That's something that frequently people forget to do, and it does. It's a successful tactic more often than not. No one seems to be coming this way. Audio is a big deal here. You listen to it's not only what you see, but also what you hear. So we're moving down this somewhat dangerous fatal funnel. He's clearing the corners pretty well, so it looks like I'm teamed up with a reasonably capable dude. And so he's going to ingress towards that stairwell. I'm going to keep watching the 6.
Yeah, go for it.
He's tossing a grenade down there. Grenade goes off. Let's make best use of that opportunity. If there's someone wounded or stunned down there, let's get them now. So we advance quickly and dynamically down the stairs. Don't see anybody, but there's a corner here. These corners are dangerous. Cover the corner as we cross that hallway. I don't see anybody. Get over to some cover.
Nothing.
This guy seems with it again, as I said. He's checking his quadrant, I'm checking mine. We're clearing those corners.
They're going to flank us. I'm going to guard 6.
At this point, it seems like the other team's probably dead. I'm watching our 6. We have to decide what we're going to do.
In fact, we could probably lay wait. They're probably coming this way right now, I bet.
You want to stay here or move to the left?
God, I don't know. Your call, man.
Hey, you stay here. I'm going to make to the left.
Go for it.
Alright, so we're doing something that's unconventional. I'm going to guard the 6 because I'm still convinced someone's going to flank us. He's going to move forward. Let's see what happens.
Don't see anything yet. Gotta move towards the front stairs.
Is that you? Do you need me to come?
Alright, that does not appear to have worked out well. The comm check, nothing comes back. I now know that the other team of two is down. He's down. It's me versus an unknown number of enemies. Could be 4, could be 3. Timer will eventually run out. You have a limited amount of time to get to the objective. I have little choice. I can sit here and wait for the timer to get out, or I can move on. Oh, well, good thing I was watching 6. There was one guy. There's more coming, I think. Bumble a frag throw. Get some cover. Alright, let's clear that. Hopefully I took someone out. Here's a corner that's blind. I hear movement. Throwing a stun grenade or a flashbang. Good throw. Let's clear this hallway. Stun worked. Guy's there. Doesn't know what's going on. He's done. Alright. That's 2 down. There was a body there. I didn't know what it was, so I shot at it. Alright, so there's at least 2 down. There's still more because the game's not over. So there's either 1 or 2 more left of these guys. Let's get out of the open. Let's move up into this area here. So now we're probably trying to flank each other. I'm not sure where they are. They're not sure where I am. I wanted to get out of where I was shooting because I was obviously in that location. And that's not a good thing. I'm hearing movement here, and that's not good. I'm kind of stuck in a bad situation. Someone could be coming up those stairs. Someone could be coming down this hallway. You can't keep your eyes in 2 different directions at the same time. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't have any more stuns or frags. I'm just going to assault. I'm going to make a proactive reload here in a moment. I don't want to turn a corner without ammo. Or at least a full magazine. I'm still hearing somebody moving. Alright, fresh mag. Let's just do it. Here we go. I hear movement to the right. Let's clear the right corner. Oh, there he is. Got him. Now, he tagged me slightly. I survived. He was dead. So it turns out the enemy team had taken out at least one of them, and I was able to take out the other 3.
Guys, hopefully I've conveyed to you the difference between how VR changes this and makes it a combat sim versus just a first-person shooter. Now, you've not had as much time on this as I have.
No, I've just tinkered with it just a little bit.
You came over and I suited you up and got you in the game.
Yeah, and my impression was honestly that the actual trigger pulling is by far the weakest element of this game.
Yep.
Because you don't have a gun. What Carl's done is put together this PVC pipe pseudo stand-in for a gun, which is a big step forward, but normally you've just got 2 hand controllers and you hold them in the relationship you would hold a gun, and it's nothing like shooting.
I mentioned this earlier in the video, is that if you have the PVC gun, your brain does interesting stuff in VR. You bring up your controllers. In real life, they're controllers in your hands, but in the game, they're hands. Your brain perceives them as hands.
Yeah.
The PVC gun, once you've got the controllers in there and you bring it up and you've got an M4 stock against your shoulder, is it as good as a real gun? No, of course not. However, it's close enough that you kind of forget that you're dealing with a PVC pipe type together with duct tape.
Well, what happens, I think, is you're not concerned about the shooting. This isn't a shooting simulator, it's a combat simulator. And as long as the gun handling is decent enough that it doesn't distract you from what else is going on, that's the whole purpose. You don't even need to make the gun handling better. Not, I mean, it'd be cool if it was, but it's not really relevant to the purpose of the game.
That said, the weapons are modeled properly.
Oh, yeah.
There are ballistics.
Yep.
The reticles look right.
Yes.
All that's done
That's
well.
all true, yeah. But what this game is about is all the other stuff involved in combat that's not shooting. So, movement, communications, cover, looking behind you.
Yeah. Covering your 6.
And doing this against other teams of actual humans, not AIs, is really a fundamentally impressive thing. I think there's a huge amount of potential for actual training for this.
Oh, I think so too. So now this game's public servers. You jump in there, you never know what you're going to get. I've come into games where I absolutely was squatted with people that were switched on. I think they were vets, quite honestly. They were using the lingo. They
Yep.
probably were having fun doing like their training back in VR. I mean,
Yeah.
and I've been in other games where it's a complete mess, and there's people that did barely. They're like, "What's this do?" and they shoot themselves. So you don't ever know what you're going to get with the public servers. But more often than not, right now, because it's a small subset of bleeding edge people.
Right.
the
You have
peop-
to invest a fair amount of money to be in VR in the first place, and it weeds out a lot of the Cheeto dust covered 12-year-olds.
As for now, and so as a result, the quality of the people I've been playing with have been quite exceptional.
Okay.
Where we are communicating, we are talking. Hopefully, you saw that in the combat footage. You do some unconventional stuff in there, like you might do in real life. But the difference is when you're in a corner in a room and you know there's a guy upstairs. I've actually had games where I was taunting the guy above me. He was yelling down at me. Someone was trying to suppress him. He's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And like a frag comes down and I'm running away from it. It's a different experience. And there's no respawns. You get one life. You die. You wait for another 10 minutes or whatever until the next game starts.
Yep.
It all puts you into this mindset of slow and methodical. Frequently is more important than quick and dynamic. Or if I die, I just respawn.
Right, because you don't.
You don't. So, and again, it's just a game.
Fortunately, if you die in VR, you don't die in real life.
Not yet. Not yet. But I think what we're talking about here is that the reality is the opportunity. This is the earliest. I mean, this is the first game of its type in the public sector on commercial VR.
Right.
And it's alpha. It's not even done. If you look at the quality of where we're at now, I think a year from now, the potential for this, not only for commercial combat sim. Oh, by the way, the flight sims are astounding too. That's another topic. For commercial combat sim is amazing. Taking this technology and turning it into an actual training simulator, it's already there.
Yeah.
You put the right group of 4 guys on each team on this, this is already a training simulator.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Not a problem. So it doesn't replace real training in the field.
No, obviously, but it's a heck of a lot more valuable than just going onto a square range.
It is, and that includes shooting matches. You know, people ask us a 2-gun match. People say, I like to say this, or at least it's true. Is that training, or they mistake going to the 2-gun match or going to a combative, or essentially just any match as training?
Right.
It's not. It is shooting practice.
Yeah, with some extra stuff thrown in.
Yep, and we get closer with physicality and all that, but it's not training. Training is something else. You want training, you go to a training class where they put training in it, or you join the military and get real training.
Yeah.
Or
Even a lot of training classes don't cover most of, some of the really important stuff, like fire and movement with partners, because it's something that's difficult to do in accordance with general safety ideas on a square range.
and this is something you can do in VR endlessly, and if you
Right.
accidentally frag a friendly, it's just embarrassing.
You don't die in real life.
And in fact, this comes up in Onward. You didn't see it in the combat footage, but there's many times where there's a guy running across the field. You bring up your ACOG, and he's kind of far enough away that it's just like this human running. Can't really identify if it's camo or what gun he's got. And you go, who's running across at 20? Or who's between the 2 buildings in the middle of the field? And someone goes, nobody, take him. That's the kind of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
The guys that aren't used to it, or you just bring up your gun and shoot him, and you're like, guys, what are you doing? You just shot one of us.
That happens in real life, I hear.
It does. It happens
Yeah.
in Onward too. And so that's another thing that comes out of this.
Yeah.
So anyways, we just wanted to show you this to you as the potential of what could be coming, and that the reality of VR attached to combat sims, I think it's endless.
It's really exciting.
It is.
Kind of terrifying, depending on how deeply you think about it, but very exciting.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you like this kind of content. It's a little different. We like to bring different stuff to the InRange channel. If you do like it, please subscribe. Please share with your friends. It's the best thing you can do for us. If you can support us through Patreon, please do. If you can't, again, click like below, share with everybody. Thanks for watching.